Hi guys, I'm with you again, and this is my little TV which was over here and in the conservatory for what I used to maybe watch stuff on out here or do whatever, and I come to turn it on yesterday and it was dead, and so I changed the fuse in the plug. The fuse in the plug was blown. I put a new fuse in the plug and that new fuse blew instantly, and so it's time to open this TV up and see what's wrong with the power circuit. And for those playing along at home, you see this is actually a Technika model LCD19B-M3. It's the one with the built-in DVD player on the side. There are several different models and makes which are very similar to this. I know there's Goodman's ones and Alba ones and all that, but this is the this is a Technika version. So right, let's carry on with the teardown. Yeah, so I actually forgot how annoying these things are to get into. You've actually got to lift out the screen and then everything's in behind it. Yeah, so first of all we'll unplug this here. I can't do it, bloody. Let's get rid of that bit, get that bit out of the way. Right, now all I've got to do is undo these big screws that are holding the screen in, and then we can lift the screen out. It's just bloody annoying to have to lift the complete screen out to get to the power supply, but still, that's the way they've designed it. Okay, so that's got the screen out, and it's basically 3 screws this side, 3 screws the other side. You have to lift it up carefully and then unplug this cable, and then there's 4 little connections here which power the backlights, so we had to unplug those. This here is the main power supply board, which is giving us trouble, so we'll have to pull that up and have a look. Okay, so that's lifted, and let's just turn it over now and see. Well, there doesn't appear to be anything visually. Without all these capacitors look okay. A little bit of something maybe on that mains capacitor there. So we'll have to check that. Back out. But yeah, it's obviously something in this hot side because it's blowing the mains fuse, and that's connected right here. So yeah, I guess we need to check for shorts and find out what's going on. So I've hooked it up to the multimeter there, and as we can see, the power supply is not shorted because it's given 1440 kilo ohms there, so that's definitely not shorted. So the only other thing can be that it's pulling too much current. So we may have found the culprit. See this little 100 UF 400 volt capacitor? It's actually reading 0.6 ohms. So definitely shouldn't be reading that. So what I need to do is desolder that and then test it again. And of course I will test it on the capacitor tester. Really you need like a leak tester or an ESR meter to test these electrolytic capacitors properly, but given a resistance test can give us a clue, and that is certainly not correct what you're seeing there now. Okay, so I've put it inside the tester, so let's see what this one makes of it. Capacitor 48 picofarads. Yeah, well that capacitor is definitely stuffed, and whether that's the only fault, who knows, but let's order a new capacitor and find out. Okay, so I tested the capacitor connections again and noticed they were still shorting, and so I then tested this transistor, and this transistor is shorted base to collector to emitter, and they're all shorted to each other, and So this transistor is blown, so I ordered another one. What I'll do when I put the new transistor in is obviously clean all the old heat paste off, and we'll put some new heat paste on, and obviously tighten it down good and tight. Okay, so that's the new transistor in there, and yep, all soldered and looking nice. I have used a bit too much thermal paste, and you can see it squidging out the side there, so I will need to just get a cotton bud or something, just clean that up a little bit, squidging down the back there as well. It's not a major problem, but it is nice just to clean it up. Okay, so there we can see the new capacitor fitted and the new transistor, so this should be working. Of course, what I should do, or if I was better equipped at the minute, I would put some mains in here and check the voltage at the output. It should be doing 12 volts on these, plus 12 volts on the two bottom pins there, and ground on the top two. But I'm not currently set up to be able to do that safely, and so we're not going to take any risks. And of course, here at gnomejeb.com we always try to do things safe as possible, yeah. So I'm just going to put this board back in the tally, and then we'll try it. Alright, so that's now back together. I haven't put any screws in it yet, and it's you know, so but now we just have to do the last job, which is to put a new fuse in the plug. Get in there. Get it fit. There we are. So that's the new fuse in the plug. Right, now we can test this. Okay, so it's looking quite good so far. It's got the red standby light there, so obviously the power supply is working. And as I said, yeah, these come with hundreds of different TVs in the same style. That TV is a Technika, but the actual remote I'm using is from a Goodman's one. Goodman's, Focus, Goodman's. Yeah, so it's they're all exactly the same. Although we've got flashing green, so that looks good. Come on, TV, come on. And there we are, yep, it's definitely working. So that's ideal. And that repair cost about £6 with the capacitor and the transistor, and a second-hand power board would have been about £22. So yeah, that's a good little repair. So that's the Technika 19-inch TV fixed. Thank goodness for that.